What's up, guys? KB. Crockett, what's up? Jeff. What's up, y'all? Get this going. Let me pull up the chat on the phone here and get this thing going. Ooh. There we go. Ilokimo's KB. Got it. I'll try to remember that. It's nice. I haven't asked y'all this. Do you want me to put music on for you on the stream? It wouldn't be that great, but do y'all want music or do you want to just leave it off and y'all can listen to what you want? What's the B stand? What is the B stand? The B stand. What does the B stand? I identify as straight, white, middle-aged man. Living on the edge. The edge. Disaster. Crockett, how are you doing? Stripper music ASAP. Try to get some stripper music on. Give me a second. Let me see what I can get. We'll get something on, right? Stripper music. I know you're probably just messing, but what do you want? I've done this in a while. You haven't doxed the thing. You gotta get on it. Stripper music. You want stripper music. Everybody wants stripper music. Let's see if this works. Got that. I guess it would be electronic, right? Or disco. We'll try disco. Let's see what that is. Let me see if this actually, if it goes through my headset. Yeah, it does. I don't like that shit. This is funny. Some of this might work partially. All right, I'm getting a lineup here. What was that new retro that I did in a video? That stupid one. Where was it? Sound effects, music, latest tracks. Where's the list? Genres, view all. There it is. And then, what was it? New retro or something? Electronic. Might have been synthwave. Dark wave. What's dark wave? And then synthwave. I think that might have been it. Trance. Here we go. Okay. Let me do this. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure this out here. Here we go. There we go. How's this? Got nothing else. Get some music on. You just let me know if you want. I can take it off. Y'all can listen to what you want. I'm at a loss because I can't really play anything that great here. Opera. Shakuri wants opera. I'm sure he's. My hairline. Yeah, my hairline's probably going back some. It's pretty high. Look at that. It's always been high though. But I don't think I'm balding. If I am, I am. It's whatever. Suddenly in the mood for the eventual French girl portrait I requested. I've been listening to Linda Ronstadt lately. It makes me feel American, not stripper at all. Lose the shirt. Okay. You don't want me to lose the shirt. All right. Let's do it. But for chair, what's up? Am I going? Do you think I'm going bald? I might be going bald. I don't think I am though. Dude, it's been this way a very long time. But also, I mean, if I am, I am. It's pretty, I mean, if I am, if I go bald, I go bald. I don't think I will though. The music is cutting out, or is it bad? Do you not like it? I can stop the music too. They said they wanted some stripper music. Of course, we follow through on this stream. Oil out. Let's put the eyes up some. Yeah, I shaved it myself, yeah. You would have much earlier, I'm sure. The music's fine. Okay. Size decreases with time. Maybe it's your Wi-Fi for the music. It might be. It doesn't, I don't know why it would be. I mean, y'all let me know if it's cutting out. I don't think it is, though, on my end. It was your Wi-Fi? Okay, cool. Jeez. There's a whole value difference between it when it sinks in. That was me, right there. When I touch my earbuds, sometimes it shuts the music off. I guess it's a feature. It obviously is a feature, but it's very annoying. I think this, this, and this shift over that way just a little bit. But this stays the same. That's what my expert eye tells me. That's what needs to happen, so that's what will happen. Just like it's a very small amount. It's fine for me. I listen to vinyls while I paint. She has the face of someone that saw things. Those lost eyes in infinity. Very poetic, Jeffrey. Do this right here. Between the two. An ultramarine blue. A little bit more ultramarine blue. Oh, let me plug the iPad in. I forgot to charge it. It's at like 5%. Got it. There we go. All right. QFX. I did stop at kind of an awkward point. I had to plug the iPad in. It's charging. Otherwise, we're going to lose that. That would have been tragic. You don't want me making this up. I already have to fill in the gaps of what's not there. But if I didn't have a reference, I'd be screwed. It's funny when we're shifting, isn't it? Nobody panic! Nobody panic! But for Chair, what's up, man? Wasn't Charlene one of the kids that witnessed the appearance of the Virgin Mary? Charlene probably saw some visions of the times. I don't know if she was one of them. I don't know if she was. You know, I should probably read up on her. That's too much. Oh gosh. Gotta squint down, try to get an impression. It takes years of practice to be this good, guys. It's all about the drawing, alright? You just can't panic, you can't freak out. You know? You just focus. And you too can paint like I paint. It's not that hard, right? Want to see a cool move? You too can paint like I paint. You too. Charlene Richard. Seems over just a little bit. So. Some. My grandfather had a glass eye, actually. Is it yourself? I wish it was pretty cool. I wish I had a glass eye. Y'all don't want to have a glass eye. Guys. A blue-gray eye. Yeah. You can get contacts too that changes the look. The glass eye falls out. He didn't see a car coming. That's why he died. No. She's looking beat up. Yeah, she does look beat up. You're right. We'll get it. She looks crazy right now. She's like, I am aware, keenly aware. We'll get it. We always do. When have I not? And yet you still don't trust me. You have no faith in your master. None. None. Drawing is looking a little bit better. A little bit better. Comes over. That's it. There you go. Indeed, she looks psycho. This will be fixed. Yeah. There's Lati. Just imagine Louis dancing. I mean, Jesus and Mary are supposed to be the pinnacles of mankind, right? So, Jeff, easy there, buddy. I don't think God's overrated. I think we underrate him. Don't make her look psycho. Don't project your mood into this. Jesus is God. It's the teachings, it's always been that way. Unless somebody's wanting to change that. Which happens. Alright, let's go with this brush. I'm working around the eyes. It's kind of like when you're working the head and you want to work the shoulders and everything else all around it so that the head's in perspective. The eyes, it's the same thing. So I'm going to be working around this entire area to get the eyes, but because I need to fix the actual the retina and the iris, everything. Everything's messed up. Jesus is the Son of God, but he's also God. It's the Holy Trinity. It's 3 in 1, so they're one but 3 separate. And it's one of the great mysteries of the church. It's quite amazing, actually. It's quite amazing. He's not God the Father, he's the Son. God the Son, right? That's the teachings. That is what is taught. And they're good questions. What's pinnacle mean? The very top. Very top pinnacle. I had a baby out wedlocked and cut Joseph come at me. I'll come at you in game. How's that sound? Thought Jesus was how can God be human and be born? He can do anything he wants. He's the bridge between humanity and God that needed to be reconciled. Apparently so he has. Did I just shut the music off again? I did. Every time. Here. Son of God or Son of the Father. He's Son of the Father, Father God. I think it's the same. Nothing else like the Holy Trinity. Grant, what's up, man? Yeah, you can do anything like cure cancer and, oh wait. You can cure cancer if you want. Right? Crack it. Anyway, I prefer Greek gods. Lots of graping going on, unfortunately. Graping. Eating grapes, you mean? Is that where you're coming from? It's very interesting stuff, I agree. It's good to think about. And it's good to question. I'm not saying people should not question. I think that's it's very important in discernment. You have to question things. And you need to challenge things. You do. I do believe that. God is the Father. He's God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and God the Father is the teachings of the church. They're one God in 3. Or rather, they're 3 in 1, right? That's the teachings. But I've been listening to an atheist in the Bible. It's amusing. Really, yeah. Out there. This is tough. God's a multi-boxing. He was the first multi-boxer. So, if I have to draw a lot and fast, like if my goal is to draw as many poses as I can, should I draw some curves? Please let me draw curves. I'm dying to draw curves. Look, you can do different types of drawing. You can do like gesture drawings, which are quicker and more curved. If you want to try doing curves, go and do curves. But at the same time, when you're learning, like doing the method that I always tell you about, like the straight lines. Straight lines are just a simple way of forcing you to see the points and the various angles and curves. It forces you to break down the curves. instead of just saying that's a curve and just curving it off and just estimating it. So there's going to be so much benefit in drawing with straight lines, but you can do different exercises with it. Oftentimes when I'm drawing, I'll draw a curve, but then I know how to, my curves are going to be more accurate because I'm also seeing the subtle points within that most people don't see. And so then I can also accentuate that either with the eraser or with the pencil later on if it needs to happen. So you're developing the tools and the senses by drawing straight lines. It's forcing you to see the angles and the points. Drawing a straight line, you have to know what angle it's going through, and you have to know where to break that line to make it make sense with the curve. You can draw a circle with straight lines. But yeah, if you want to start drawing with curves, draw some things with curves, but I would always recommend the straight line method for a lot of the practices you're doing. So do both if you really want to curve. Salem is part of the Bible Belt geographically? I don't know. I do not know that. No, it's not? Okay. Nice, and what's up? I should be through with the bar drawing when I'm 80 sometime. I like what you're doing, but for chair. I really like what you're doing. I would just choose one of those drawings to stick with it for much longer than you are. And force yourself. And that's a hard thing to do when you don't have a teacher right there telling you what needs to change. You kind of get stuck and you feel like you need to move on. You guys have it tough with that. Just read about her on Wikipedia. Very interesting. Love the painting. Tim. Oh, read about who did I miss? Who did I miss? Oh, Charlene. She is very interesting. Well, I just believe Jesus being a prophet makes more sense and much better than just a mystery. A lot of people believe that. A lot of people believe that. I think the Jewish people believe that. I think they don't recognize him as God. I like it though. I'm seeing the madness of the method. Good. I'm glad. You should draw curvy Mary Luigi. I need to do a Jesus or Mary painting or some painting along those lines. I'm just trying to get this stuff completed as I always am. Barb's studies are so good. They are. He's doing a very good job. Luigi. Yeah. Okay. Did you say he was a liar? Okay. Yeah. You're probably right about that. I've heard different things with that. I'm not Jewish. I should know. I should know. It's something that I should know. That seems a little bit long now, doesn't it? If I bring this up some, which might make it distance. I is incorrect, big time. I totally butchered it. That's okay. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Muslims believe he's a prophet, yeah. If Mary is still named the Virgin, did Joseph never go down on her even after? That's what tradition holds, yes. QFX asked the important question. For reals, dying is easy, comedy is difficult, QFX, Richard Burton. And why didn't they close the deal yet? Why didn't they close the deal yet? I think both of them wanted to hold on to their purity, I believe. That's what I think it was. I think one of them was St. Peter's sees me, he will say, oh, you're the one that drew all those Christian Charles Bars. What took you so long to get here? The smile is the most thing that is off, in my opinion. In this, you think so? It might be. You might be right. I have a lot to fix with this. This painting's a little bit nuts. The pearly gates. You should read more about it, Lewis. I think you find it very interesting. Read about what exactly? Did Joseph die before or after Mary? I think he died before. You don't hear much about that. Yeah, I think he died before. So there's a lot of, like, there's only so much recorded in the Bible, but you're taught to go off the Bible, but also history and tradition. So not just the Bible, but by history and tradition, which they all back each other up for the most part, but it's like the Bible is a compilation of the writings that was up to that point in time. It was put together, right, within the couple hundred years after all the events took place. And so it's like religious history did not stop there and it was just that's it and that's all you go by. Like, you know, if you're looking at it like that, God's been very active throughout history, and you can see that in the saints, and you can see that in the apparitions and such, people's visions, the saints that, you know, the church tries, they test and really discern. So there's a lot of information out there. There's certain saints. You know, Anne Catherine Emmerich, in fact, is, or I think she's a blessed. I don't think she's a saint, but I think she was German, a German nun who had a lot of visions of the life of Christ. And that's a very interesting book to read, is The Life of Christ, is Anne Catherine Emmerich's visions going through that. And of course, it's to be discerned. I mean, you can't, it's always good to question everything, but if you look at the history and read the lives of the saints, and that oftentimes they have, like if you read it, for example, the Immaculate Conception, of how like that came about. I mean, there's a lot of information in that, so it's out there. And then you have the more recent apparitions, Fatima and Medjugorje and stuff, which Medjugorje is still happening right now, in fact. So there's a lot of really interesting things. It's fun to look into. It really is. I love how this became a Bible study group. A lot of the stuff we believe in today isn't even in the Bible. I don't know, like, you're probably right. It's just, I don't know what we're talking about there. It's like specifically saying A, B, C, or D, or whatever. You know, you have to be specific with it. Like the Holy Trinity, even in the beginning, it said, he's being plural when he's talking about the creation. You know, I mean, you go back and read it, it's like, it's interesting. About Jesus' life in other religions, which basically Judaism and Islam, right? What's interesting to me about that is that it kind of backs up that it's a historical figure, that person did exist. A guy on YouTube lives in Jerusalem and does some interesting walking tours. For example, looks at this place where the Virgin Mary is buried and stuff. That's pretty cool, actually. Judaism hasn't much to say about it, though. Love thy neighbor. I'm not pleased with how I've been painting recently. But I am pleased that I am sticking with it right now. This is one of those things, guys, where I was trying to organize my week, get my head in the right place. So I was sitting right over there and just like thinking of what I need to do, trying to get myself in the mindset. And I was just like, I could have fallen asleep while I was doing it. And so I said, I just need to get up and start painting. And so even if I mess this up, I'm going to be happy that I got up and got some work done. I know that's like, oh, that's a low bar. I'm essentially a shadow of a painter right now. I'm not my normal self with this right now. I'm just not. And so what I'm thinking, I need to develop the tools and the resistance, or whatever, not resistance, but the resilience, right? So there are tools that you get with this, which is good. He means the Trinity, I think. Speaking about the Trinity, then they will go to hell, I guess. Paint no matter what. Muslims believe in the Virgin's birth and something of the miracles in the second coming. Yeah, don't they? They revere Mary, I think, don't they? I think the Muslims do. Stuff like the fall of Lucifer, from what I heard, he was just slain as a dragon in heaven. That was kind of it. Or if Lucifer and the devil are the same character is controversial. Do you ever just think it's easier for you to start another painting of her? So that's a very good question. It kind of it brings me back to my earlier days, like painting. No, I don't. Now, I'm sure you're asking that because it looks like it doesn't look good right now, and it's kind of like at that stage where it's a little bit awkward and I'm having trouble with it, and so you might as well get a fresh start. And so I went through this too, where I would look at it like back in the day and I would say, this sucks, I should just start over or I should quit. But like with portraits, you go through these awkward stages sometimes with them. And I know how to get past this. I know that I've been here so many times that this is not a big deal to me. I just like, I'm going to get it. I might make more mistakes, I might not. But yeah. So, and the reason why I put it that way is because I think when you're painting, let me switch the song. Actually, it's almost over. Like when you're painting, you're like, this is something that's discouraging. And I just want to say that's why it's important to push through on days like this, to keep going, because you're going to build that resiliency up. And when you do come to you'll eventually fix it and you'll be like, oh, wait, it was fixable. Because most of the paintings that I do, oh, and here's the other thing, guys. I'm looking at the portrait straight on. Y'all are looking at it from up and over this way. Okay, so I can tell it looks off in the stream. But also in here it looks crazy, but that has to do with transitions. Like it's kind of, I'm just marking where things need to be. And then we can go and I'm studying it, and then we can go and put that touch on it that we want. But I will say that right now this is a little elongated. And this is too long right here and flat, whereas it's more of an almond shaped eye. So that is a problem right there. And so I'm wondering if it's this distance is a little bit too wide. So that, okay, so from here to here, now this is correct. But from here, then this piece would actually come over this way some, but if it does, then this is too wide, which makes sense because I kind of thought that this might need to come in anyway. Do you see? So in other words, this was a little elongated and the eye was correct at first, but was too far over that way, which meant this distance was too wide. Now, one of the problems that I'm having with this painting is that I'm not doing a good job with the proportions. That's number one, it's drawing issues, and that's on me. But the problem that I'm having really is that the picture that I have is very washed out. And so I can't see the facial structure. And so whatever I put in, I need to put more information in. But whatever I put in, it will make it look different than what she is. And children have smoother faces, so which means this is going to be more subtle work in there. Otherwise, I'm going to make her look too old. And I have to make up the color too. And then I have to make up the background, which is going to be totally different. So I have to make up like probably 50% of this painting. So that's the problem I'm having. Easier painting to relax? I know, but I don't have a lot of time in here because I'm like always taking care of my family at home and I never get away. And so like I only get away for a couple hours every day, and so I have to get this work done, otherwise it's never going to get done. But you're right. I'm in a weird position right now in life, a very strange position. Maybe you could try working with this. How would I use plumb lines or a skewer when doing bar drawings on digital? Well, I don't know. But I do know this music sucks. Let me switch this next song here. Come on, something good. Or I'm going to change this. This sounds promising. Okay. I know you can do like, you can hold shift and do straight lines and stuff. But I don't know if you want to do that. Like, the only other thing that I can think of is like, I don't even know if this makes, I don't know. I'd have to think about this more. If you have like a tablet, have it straight up and down, or you can, look, the plumb line, you can do this too on the plumb line, or rather on the tablet. Say this is your tablet right here. One way to use the plumb line, you don't just hang it like this. I've never really talked about plumb lines, have I? Like, this is how we would hang it. Let me see, make sure I'm not blocking the... So we would oftentimes hang it like this. So when you're looking, you'd, like if the model's up, you'd hang it like this. Right? And then go over, and then you can... So, but what I started doing, because eventually you get used to it, but then you start seeing it actually without using this. So if a figure's standing up there, I would just kind of use the end of my pencil or the paintbrush and kind of do that, and I'd be able to see exactly, not like doing this just like physically, but like I'd actually be able to see, and I kind of feel it out with it. You could do the same with your pad. So even if it's at an angle or whatever, you're looking at it, you could take the plumb line and be like, okay, like let's check this angle right here, check this angle, like check, oh, is this straight up and down like that, right? Or you could also use like kind of what you see me doing with pencil more is like, say this point down here, where does it go down? It goes down to probably about right here, right there, right? That's my guess. That's my guess. And which actually y'all can't see because it's going off the page, but it would be about right, probably around, let's say within the face, probably around here, right? Probably around there. Let's check. I mean, that's pretty damn close. I'm just doing this. So that's how I would use it digitally, but it is different. So, and maybe there's a better way. I wish I could help more with that. Still think he looks 50. Oh, it's why everything looks off just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's a girl. Lots of pros wouldn't do it. It must be difficult. We'll keep painting. I've noticed very odd people go grocery shopping at night. I'm gonna stop shopping after dark. Striking. Here, look. Let me do this for you. Give me a second. See how this is now? I'm going to put it really quick, straight up, and then we'll put it back, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate the difference here, because the reason why I have this up like this is so that it takes the reflection away for y'all, okay? Here. We'll get this straight on. Straight. I do this, guys. I do this for you guys. All right. Let's get this back on here. There we go. This might be a little bit off, but actually no. I'll just put it straight, and then this is straight on right here. I think, ish. Give me a sec. Okay, and then what we got to do, I have to move this for some. Give me a second. There we go, guys. So that's a little bit, that's more straight on. So this should look different to you, right? But of course, if I'm working, then like, that's why I can't put the camera there, right? Shakari, it's good to know how to use a plumb line. Use of a maul stick. Oh, we would have people using them there. Yeah, definitely. That's where I learned about them. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tool, definitely. I haven't figured the background out yet. Otherwise, I would put it in. I'm genuinely stuck with this painting. And I don't like that. Another thing to keep in mind, guys, with this sounds like I'm making excuses, but the camera, all right, two things. Every time I paint on this, it sinks in so much that it like goes up in value everywhere. So when I, like, for example, I oiled this out right here, and it goes down in value. It gets darker every time I oil it out, but like dramatically. So that's a problem that I'm having. The other one that y'all have is when you're looking at it with a camera, it just looks totally different than it does in reality. So it doesn't look good. And both of those are on me because I feel like I need to figure out a way to make this painting look better on camera, but I don't know how to do that, like on stream. So anyway, I'll get back to the work. I'm gonna reposition the camera. So, but yeah, this is right here. So you can see right here, and keep it. It has to be the side, and we're gonna raise it up and then angle it down. Let's try that. Pure Parabuscent, the hardest to paint. Biologically, it would seem the worst age. Oh, pubescent. I don't know, honestly. That upper lip is a bit juiced, like she got some work done. Maybe it's just because we're looking at it closer. I might, like, yeah. I mean, the whole thing's fucked up. Yeah, BH. My phone looks different than the computer, which is different from life. Y'all could probably see it change too, right? Just now, and I just flipped it. Do you like the exaggerated Renaissance style where they drew women in really big eyelids and small mouths and high foreheads and pretty round face? Because I only draw like that now and I don't want to go back. Saw a documentary about Degas and his ballerina sculpture. She was 14 after it was displayed. Her ballerina career was over. She was ruined. Really? How? How'd that happen? That does look weird. Oh. Pencil dry. That's what we're gonna do. Pencil drawing, pencil drawing. Right. Guys, painting has not defeated me. I am simply going to go back to it after I stream because I can't focus and stream at the same time on that painting. Because I want to be able to give y'all attention with this, and I can't. Today, I can't do that. I'm too tired. We're just, I don't know. It's not happening. I feel bad for her. That sucks. Yeah. Yeah, that's not fun. It's not great today either, really. Only the principals make good money, and those positions are internationally. Usually, taken by Russians who studied at Vaganova. Arts is for the superior beings like Lewis. Just look at this sexy guy. Thank you, Jeffrey, my dear boy. Don't do this to me. There we go. Jonas, what's up, man? Here's the shirt, and he did. I can't start. I don't want to be one of these vain people who's always like taking his shirt off during stream. It's enough that I do it in videos every once in a while. Your pops is your job now, brother. Don't point out inconsistency during your painting process because I think it's not helpful and fun. No, you can do that. That's not. No, the inconsistencies. It's good y'all point out. I don't mind talking about that stuff. I mean, I see them. Doing great, man. Thank you. Shirts are for the weak. You're a chick. So. I didn't take it off in my last video because I've just been showing the drawing class videos recently. Picasso. This shirt, this self portraits. I could do. I could probably put out some solid reference photos. So I'm in pretty good shape. I would do them with pants on or something, but I could put them out. They'd actually be good for anatomy. I could do some too. I just don't want to be vain. I feel like that's vain. But like for art purposes, they would work. You know, I could probably, maybe I do some reference photos or something. I can put them in our reference photos section. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. Picasso's fish girls. Do you even have tongues? Do fish even have tongues? Oh. Do they? That's a good question. They do? They do have tongues? Huh. Yeah. Interesting. Let me get a bigger pencil here. This isn't working. I actually have one over here. I don't know why I didn't get it before. Where's the extender? Pencil broke, but I have pencil extenders over here. Just need to find them. There's one. Got it. These things. This. The long pencil I was using just broke. So, it's okay. Check this out. One. Lock it in. Boom! Works. Forgot all about these. Excuse me. Kiss and release. You mix shampoo and toothpaste. Nobody's gonna believe you, Curry. Wait, what happened? QFX is 8. He seems like it. QFX is 12. Talks about thick women. It's a long time ago. Fun. QFX already. This fancy pencil extender it is. You realize that is more than a decade. It's like double my age. QFX is 12. Wait a second. What? Yeah, you're not healthy, but you did that to yourself. 70-year-old. You're taking, yeah, painting's killing you. Younger than Luigi, that's all that matters. If you could be doing anything right now, what? Me? I'm doing what I want to do, man. I'm not kidding. Even though, right, today is a hard day. Y'all can tell I'm struggling. Like, I'm not seeing things, I'm not, but it's just like this, it happens, you know? It's just how it is. See, guys, I've been here a lot before. I mean, it's not like, you know, days like this where it's just like everything you do feels very awkward and you're always, you know, I've had 1,000 of these. Maybe not that many, but, you know, a lot. And so you get used to it. You know, it just is what it is. But then there are days that, you know, you do much better with. So it's not a big deal. Today's a struggle day. It's just how it is, man. It's practice. Ah. Set overstayed. Thank you for these streams. BH, it's good having you, man. QFX is probably, I think he's in his teens. Wait. No, he's probably in his 20s. A 100 years. It just dawned on me. Okay. It just dawned on me. We're not going to be alive in 100 years. We'll be a... Shikari will. Good to hear that. I don't want to be alive in 2 years. Wait, thinking back at the arena achievements, screenshots. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was trying to... I was like, how old would you have to be? Because I would say you're 18, but I was like, there's no way a guy who was like 8. Boy, I do look bald on stream. Maybe I am balding. Huh. It's not good. Whatever. Okay. I toupee. I'm not going to pay. I'll just go bald. It's like Lati about our country. Yeah, I do look bald. Put on the wig. You have now more forehead than hair. Men are so careless. Yeah, looking like a Renaissance girl with the high foreheads. These burns are scalding. I've always had too much hair. Trust me, it's overrated. Your face, if divided in four, your forehead will be two spaces. Also, the camera is weird, isn't it? If Liz were a woman, people would be soothing him, but you guys are just laughing. It's funny. Let's see. I mean, from a distance, does this look that bad from a distance? It's not that bad. I don't know, maybe it is. But like up close. I think it's the lighting. It has to be the lighting, right? Looks the same. Okay. I hate when people complain about having too much hair. It's like complaining about being too skinny. I complain about both. Being too beautiful. I complain about that all the time. Sounds like you don't have enough hair. This is the dumbest conversation. Are you gonna sweat to the oldies or do some karaoke? Talking about drugs, it seems about right. Only eating coke. The plant here is pretty common. I just did for curiosity. They say that gives you energy. Like Luigi pretending not to know that Viagra's are blue. I didn't know. I don't know that stuff. I'm not going to take that either. Of course you remember that. Hair loss might be a symptom of Viagra use only in this case, but that old gun needs some extra powder if you know what I mean. Might have saved a few great painters. Saves in what way? Might have killed a few great painters too. So Raphael overheated himself or something, I don't know. You can't paint without a hard one. Say hard on. Hard on is what you say. I'll correct you with that one. This is one of those then. Very insightful talk. Not sure I just made that up. No. Only played doctor on TV. The shovel brushing and teabag the painting out. That's how I do it. Blindnesses. Just watched once a guy in a rabbit costume that was painting with his penis. I hope he was using lead white. I prefer hard one. Y'all are so immature. You are so immature. What do you think of my Charles Bard foot drawing? Took me all weekend. I haven't seen it yet. You're improving your line quality and patience. Sounds like you're on the right track. I'll check it out after this. My youngest brother went and got married and had to stop and paint him a little something. Wanted to comment. That was really cool of you, actually, and I liked that drawing. I want to comment because you're doing really good and working hard. You are. I mean, the bar drawing is the thing to do. I mean, oh gosh, I forgot to respond to something. I do not have it together right now. I need somebody transcribing this for me. Not transcribing, reading it out to me. I don't know why I said transcribing. This transcribing. Is it transcribing? Whatever. 7 years Lewis would be 50. This is true. More like 70. That feels like it's true. It's for Chikuri. I do feel, honestly, right now at this point in my life, I feel probably 60. It's not good. Looking good lately, dude. Custer, what's up, man? Looking a bit more swole. I'm always doing stuff. Always lifting. But you are about to get 22, not be considered human anymore. Yeah, if he doubles up, he has half the biceps of gear. Those guys' buns of steel workout. Shut up, man. Clenches the cheeks while drawing. That's the secret. You got to clench them. And life will do that for you automatically. You know you're on the right track when you're getting the butt clench. Inverse the mass of the black hole. Door open, store closes. This is stupid. Cracks walnuts, extract. Save, yeah. Saves time and money. You get exercise. If this is alive, I think I can make it. It makes the sound of Minecraft. Door, I've never heard that before. You're not as cool as Lewis. Damn right. I can read. Correct. I'm cooler. Your heart, your soul is cooler indeed. Cracking walnuts, extracting the oil. What's your secret to painting? Well, Swans girls in the call. Your heart, your soul is rejected in the job of reading the chat. Healing wants girls in the call. Because you are immediately stupid kid if you don't know I'm HR here. That's why I cried out. I haven't heard Juhai in a while, have I? I The model looks like she could crack walnuts with her bonbons. This is true. I just love that comment. Because you're an immature, stupid kid. If you don't know, I'm HR here. That's why. Oh, man. It's such a good comment. I saw one of her pics on Model Society. Those cheeks could crack coconuts. Yeah, she's very well developed. Who's the model? Her name's Catlin. She's really cool. And I actually took these pictures myself, so they're not like copyrighted or anything. She sure is dedicated, shooting the whole thing. That's someone who takes it seriously. I think I mean her person, yeah. Or Lewis wanting for the lucky day. What are you talking about? Except the pittage. I turned away for a second and hit her all drawn. I turned away for a second. You hit her all drawn up. Well, I'm starting to develop it a little bit more, but it's, to be honest with you, it's not correct. I'm just trying to get my head in the game, you know? A little bit foggy, a little bit, y'all can tell I'm worn out. I'm trying not to look it, but I am. The butt crack, Lewis, the butt crack. You can't see her butt crack here, can you? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Ooh, 537. Guys, I'm going to call it here, I think. I'm going to try to get a little bit of painting done. We'll get back to this, and I'll still paint it on stream. I just, some days I can do it, some days I can't. My fingers will be difficult. I got them. When I'm clear-headed, when I'm in practice, I got this. I'm just in a haze. So, I really want to stress that, like, you get this way, and if you can, you try to work through it, and don't get frustrated. Like, when you're having a hard time working, just try to work. I see a lot of stuff, by the way. I'm catching all these things that I missed. This whole piece is wrong. But anyway, because you're going to be getting stuff out of it that you don't know, and you're not always going to feel what you're getting. It's going to be mostly frustration, especially if you're on the right track, because when you're on the right track, you're seeing a lot of mistakes, or you're trying to see the mistakes. Maybe you're feeling frustration that you can't see the mistakes, but you know something's wrong. You don't know what's wrong. And so, and the days when you're very tired, like, and it's hard to work, if you can get yourself in and push past a point, you might not do good work, but you'll come, like, that's going to add up, and that's practice you're going to get, and you're going to get more resilient, and you'll be better down the road or the next session even. So it's just like you have to start measuring these little successes. You have to look at it this way. Otherwise, you're going to get discouraged and say, I suck, and you're not going to learn anything. So, the angle from the torso to the butt, the lumbar region, it's like you curve the paper inside, but it should be curved out. Yeah, I know. I see all that stuff. And good job for picking that up. Our art will be burned by a dominant religion by then, so don't worry about it. Yeah, Custard. Gonna burn it myself. Oh man, sounds sad. I could read for you if you want, though. Not a joke. I appreciate that. Possibly. We'll see. Jeff and me is making an offer you can't refuse. Always feel better when I paint or draw when I don't feel like it. Yeah. It's like, so I had 2 days last week where I came in here, I sat and I just stared and I couldn't get myself to do anything, and I don't feel proud about that. I need a break, but I feel like I have to also, because I'm behind in my work. So it's that type of pressure, and I think you just, I have to get tougher with it in terms of that. Most of the time, however, I can fight through. It was, it was a difficult week last week. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes that's going to happen. But like, if you can fight through that stuff and, like fighting through, just doing everything wrong today. So like everything, like today I have to fight for everything. Like I don't have, some days it's just like that. But I think you really get a lot out of, like you get a lot out of it. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's just like eating vegetables or something. Anyway, you already have her in call. Well, I haven't had many people offer. We had Coquette offer once, and I also don't like taking up people's time with this stuff. I kind of feel like there has to be a program or something, right, that can read out everything for you. Coquette did it once. There she is. Some days you get ice walls. Yeah, the bad days make the good days better. Y'all are awesome. Anyway, I'm going to go and I'm going to try to get a little bit more work done on that one right there. I just trying to get my head in the game. I'm probably not going to get much, but paint a little bit more. Than I got to go help my dad. But y'all are awesome. Y'all take care, okay? And hopefully I will stream again this week, which I'm sure I will. It's Monday, so what could go wrong? I'll see you guys.